tonight we're making short ribs. We're going to braise them in red wine and some beef broth. First, what we do is I salt and peppered my short ribs very generously, and now I'm going to take them and I'm going to flour them all over, shake the excess off. And my flour is also seasoned with salt and pepper. While I'm doing this, I have my pot heating up. I'm going to cook this in a big casserole pot with a lid in the oven. Temperature of the oven is preheated at 350. I'm going to cook it for 3 hours. I'm going to serve it with barley. So when the stew is almost done, I'll start making my barley. While I'm doing this, I prepped for this dish. I did 3 small carrots, 3 nice-sized celery stalks, a medium-sized onion, and I coarsely diced it. I also did 3 cloves of garlic that I diced up real small. And I have 5 portobello mushrooms that I sliced. I have shiitake mushrooms that I sliced, and I also have porcini mushrooms that I soaked. And now I'm browning my short ribs in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And once they're done, I'm going to add my mushrooms, season them, and brown them as well. Okay, now I'm removing my last piece of meat, and I'm going to add to my pot my mushrooms that I had sliced earlier. So these are the big stuffing mushrooms. They were beautiful, so I splurged. I have about 5 portobello mushrooms that I'm putting in here. A bunch of shiitake mushrooms, and I sliced them all up. And I'm going to cook these first, and then I'm going to add my vegetables. To that, I am going to pepper them, but I am not going to salt them because I want them to brown a little bit, and if I salt them, that removes the moisture from the mushrooms. So I will wait to salt them until after I brown them. Alright, so now I cooked my portobellos, button, shiitake. I cooked them for about 3 minutes, and they cooked down nicely. I'm going to add the porcini mushrooms that I soaked. I'm going to add that to my mixture. And I'm also going to add my vegetables. This was 3 medium-sized carrots, 4 celery stalks, a medium-sized onion, and 3 cloves of garlic that I chopped up. I'm going to add that to my mixture, and I'm going to start browning my vegetables. And to this, I'm going to salt and pepper. So I'm going to add some coarse black pepper. That's probably about I'm going to say a teaspoon and a half. And I'm going to season it with some sea salt. I'm going to say that's probably about 2 teaspoons. And then we're going to let that cook down until my vegetables get nice and tender. And it starts deglazing the bottom of my pan. Alright, now I've cooked my vegetable mixture for about 3 minutes. Everything's getting nice and soft. I'm going to add a half a bottle of red wine. Only use wine that you will drink. That's about a half. I'm going to let that incorporate into my mixture for a little bit. And deglaze, rub the bits off the bottom and off the sides. So there's nothing stuck, which is nice. Then to this, I'm going to add 2 cups of beef stock. And I'm going to add some of the liquid from soaking my porcinis. And I'm not going to add the whole thing because there's usually grit on the bottom. So that's about a cup of porcini broth. And let that cook together for a little bit. Okay, I'm going to add my meat back to my liquid. I'm going to nestle it in there nice. I'm going to add a couple of bay leaves and some thyme. And I'm going to stick it in the oven and I'm going to cook it with the lid on for 3 hours. Sprig of thyme like this, it's all attached, and before I'm ready to serve it, I will pull the stalk out and all the thyme leaves will fall off. I found some beautiful fresh thyme at the supermarket. I'm going to add that as well. And now it's coming to a boil. I'm going to give it a quick stir. And I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to cook it for 3 hours. Alright, I'm going to remove my thyme and my bay leaf. It's been about 3 hours. You can see the meat is falling right off the bone. I'm going to remove the meat from my sauce, put it in a platter. Now I pulled all the meat and the vegetables and the mushrooms out of the sauce, and now I'm going to reduce the sauce to about half. And I've already started cooking some barley. It takes about 45 minutes to cook. I did about a cup of barley to 2.5 cups of water. It cooks for about 45 minutes. I'm going to finish cooking that. I'm going to add it to my sauce, and then I'm going to serve everything together. Alright, our barley's done. I'm going to add it to the liquid from my ribs. I'm going to mix it in. I'm going to cook it down a little more so it thickens up, and then I'm going to serve it with the ribs that I put aside, and then we are all good to go.
So, Deanie, what's for dinner?
We have braised short ribs with barley that we cooked, and we finished off in the broth from the short ribs, and we put some parsley on top just to give it some freshness, and that's for dinner.